Good afternoon, I'm Rob Namnu.
And I'm Rana Novini. And first up, the man accused of killing 3 members of a family in Canyon City made an appearance in court this afternoon.
Jacob Van Winkle is charged with the murder and the deaths of Mandy Folsom and her 2 children, Mason and Marissa.
KRDO News Channel 13 Scott Harrison was in the courtroom today in Canyon City. He joins us live with the latest. Scott.
Well, the hearing here at the Canyon City Courthouse in Fremont County just ended a few minutes ago. It went on for about 2 hours this afternoon. Now, this was supposed to be the day that Jacob Van Winkle was to be formally charged for those murders. The charges, we're told, were given to the judge, but were not read aloud during the hearing in court today. We've since been told that there's a copy of the charges that is available as of right now. So after we get through talking with you here, we're going to go in and get that list of charges and let you know officially what they are coming up at 5 o'clock. But we've been told that there are a total of 36 charges that Jacob Van Winkle is facing right now, or will be charged with. And of course, presumably those charges include 3 counts of first-degree murder, a count of first-degree kidnapping, also a count of sexual assault and sexual assault on a child by one in position of trust. And remember that he is also going to be charged with failure to register as a sex offender. So we had a full courtroom here today. Again, this lasted about 2.5 hours. Attorneys on both sides argued concerns that they had to the judge. We'll have another update for you coming up live at 5 o'clock. Reporting live for now in Canyon City, Scott Harrison, KRDO News Channel 13.
Thank you, Scott. And meanwhile, the man accused in a triple murder in Rye was in court today, but not for very long. Today's hearing was rescheduled after he got there. Harry Mapps is accused in the deaths of Kim and Reggie Tuttle and their daughter Dawn Roderick. Investigators say he then set their home on fire in November. Colorado Springs police say they know who the shooter is who put 3 people in the hospital. Police need your help finding 17-year-old Miguel Alvarado Menchaca. They say he's wanted for 3 counts of attempted murder. The shooting happened last night on University Drive, that's west of South Academy Boulevard near Pikes Peak Avenue. KRDO News Channel 13's Carl Winder spoke with neighbors who say they're worried for their safety.
Somebody got into a confrontation and it just led the wrong way.
Police tape and officers. Philip Casey says seeing his neighborhood turn into a crime scene isn't out of the ordinary.
It's common for University. It's common for this street.
He says he has an uneasy feeling living in the area.
It makes me really feel uncomfortable, even with my kids being outside, even in the front of the house, or even on the sidewalk, which is public property. I just don't feel right with them being outside.
They had dogs searching. I could overhear some people talking about looking for bullet holes.
Stan Bixler lives across the street from where the shooting happened. He says when the sun sets, he'd rather be safe than sorry.
In the evening, we prefer not to come to a door if someone's knocking on or ringing, only because you don't know what's under the other side.
This is where the shooting happened. 3 people were sent to the hospital with injuries, but police say they're expected to survive. Police did stop an SUV at a nearby gas station on Circle Drive. They say it's related to the shooting. In Colorado Springs, Carl Winder, KRDO News Channel 13.
Thank you, Carl. And again, police are looking for this man, 17-year-old Miguel Alvarado Menchaca. 3 people who were shot last night are expected to recover. This is the 5th shooting to happen in Colorado Springs in 2 months, and all of the shootings are within a 3-mile radius.
Colorado Springs police are on the lookout for a bank robber. It happened a little after 10 this morning at the Academy Bank downtown. Witnesses say the man described is skinny, was wearing a gray hoodie. Police say he should be considered armed and dangerous. If you have any idea who that might be, call them at 444-7000. Well, it was a nice day for the first day of spring.
Yeah, talk about beautiful weather. Matt's got his shades on and a fresh new haircut.
You needed them, yeah.
He got a haircut.
That's right. Some of the other ones came along with that one, but yeah, it was time for a haircut. You needed the sunglasses today. It's been beautiful. Many of us running 10 to 20 degrees warmer than just this time yesterday. And when you combine it with a couple clouds floating through and a few breezes, it has been beautiful. From Breckenridge up across the 10-mile range to Fountain at Ceramic Landscape Materials, where it has just been wonderful. We've been in the 60s and 70s for quite a bit of southern Colorado through the day today. Here's a look at Fountain. You see it's 65 right now at Schrammick, with one of the breezier spots, actually, with the wind out of the southwest at 17, and all kinds of sunshine on the eastern plains right now, where we are running in the 70s along the Arkansas River. Springfield at 70, 60s stretch back into some of the mountain areas. Gunnison and Leadville seem like oddballs in the 30s, but obviously they're up very high, so they are a little bit cooler. Quickcast overnight will be around 30. We'll see a few clouds move in. That's associated with some cooler air that will move in tomorrow and will stick with us as we head through the weekend, and it will come in a few waves that will ultimately impact our forecast. Pueblo tomorrow, cooler, 54. We'll get rid of the 70s, and by Saturday, take another step down. And by Saturday afternoon, we'll start tracking some rain and snow showers into parts of the region. And we'll talk about how much snow you may or may not get. Depends where you are, guys. I'll have that in the 7-day forecast.
Okay, thank you, Matt. A University of Colorado police officer shot and killed a man at a University of Colorado hospital last night. It happened outside the medical campus in Aurora. Police received a report of a suicidal man in the hospital's parking garage. He drove off when officers arrived. Police stopped him, and he was shot. The man had recently resigned from a position at the hospital. The officer involved in the shooting is on paid administrative leave during the investigation.
A former Army commander accused of sexual assault will not be sent to prison. Brigadier General Jeffrey Sinclair pleaded guilty to adultery, conduct unbecoming an officer, and obstruction of justice. The sex assault charges were dropped in a plea deal. Sinclair has to pay a $20,000 fine and will get a formal reprimand. Sinclair spoke to reporters after today's sentencing hearing.
Hey, first, I just want to thank all the folks in the media. It's been a very difficult time for me and my family. It really has. The system worked. I've always been proud of my Army. All I want to do now is go up north and hug my kids and see my wife. And thank you very much for treating me with dignity and respect and taking care of my family. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Adultery is a crime in the military. During a statement to the judge yesterday, Sinclair said he failed as a leader. There may be a break in the search for the missing Malaysian Airlines plane. Two objects that could be related to the missing plane were spotted by a satellite off the coast of Australia.
Search teams have spent the day trying to find the objects, but they have not had any success tracking them down. Devin Dwyer has the latest.
It may be the best lead so far on Malaysia Flight 370. Grainy images from an Australian military satellite showing two large objects floating in the South Indian Ocean.
This is the first tangible breakthrough in what up till now has been an utterly baffling mystery.
Overnight, 4 high-tech search planes raced to the area 1,500 miles off Australia's coast. ABC News was aboard an American P-8 that spent 9 hours scanning the seas. All they spotted was a freighter and pods of dolphins.
I don't think it's false hope. If you go out and you can search the area and determine that it's not there, you've still done something. You have eliminated a particular area for consideration.
U.S. officials are confident the debris was in the area where Flight 370 would have run out of fuel, but no one knows for sure what exactly those satellites saw.
The shape of the part doesn't look right for an airplane part to me, but clearly somebody needs to get there, see what they are, and either rule them in or rule them out, and that's the key right now.
Today, a Norwegian car carrier became the first ship to arrive in case debris is found. Meanwhile, families of the missing are waiting anxiously for any news, as Malaysian officials promise to do everything they can.
To be fair to the families, we must also show that we must never give up hope.
Today's search was hampered by clouds and rain and will resume again tomorrow. Meanwhile, authorities cautioned that whatever was in those satellite images could be unrelated to the plane. Devin Dwyer, ABC News, New York.
Thank you, Devin. Black Forest Fire Chief Bob Harvey broke months of silence on the Black Forest fire. What he has to say about reaction to an independent investigation on the fire. It's a story you only see right here on KRDO News Channel 13.
Plus, a man steals hundreds of thousands of dollars a quarter at a time. How he did it coming up in our next half hour.